Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose, and you find a way to take it to the stupid. Lord have mercy. I told y'all Turkey Al-Sheikh was giving us the 75% solution. Damn. This August 3rd fight card just keeps bubbling, and bubbling. So for all y'all subscribers that were like, screw you, Hood Champion, you don't know anything, your crystal ball's not revealing the truth. Well, screw you, subscriber. Because I tried to tell you. How the young boys say, tried to told you. I tried to told you. Now you hold your horses and screw you. Jared Anderson. They just put this man under Terrence Crawford Madrimov undercard. Lord have mercy, man. That undercard is bubbling. Now, let me tell you this. This is where it becomes interesting. And, class, let's read along. Now, you know who that is. Jared Big Baby Anderson. And that's Turkey. I'm not jiving Al-Sheikh. But when you come and you read through the articles, right? Because that's what I'm doing, reading. Normally I'll just read, come back, and then I'll just kind of talk to you, give my opinion. But I'll skim over this with you, and then I'll kind of give my 2 cents. So Jared Anderson, 17-0, 15 knockouts. Now he's going to go into the biggest camp of his career. Now word on the street is, if Deontay Wilder gets past Zhang unscathed, remember, the key word here, unscathed, because we know Zhang ain't no joke. I think probably 95% of us feel that Zhang is going to bang Deontay Wilder out of there. If Deontay Wilder gets the win, good job. I just don't think anyone has any faith in Malik Scott to prepare Wilder for Zhang. But Deontay Wilder's a beast. He's a beast. He got the big right hand. I like Zhang and I like Wilder, man. I don't know who wins that fight. But I'm kind of leaning to Zhang, but I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you say, well, all right, Hood, who you want to win? Right now, I want Deontay Wilder to win. And the reason is because I don't want to see Zhang fight Jared Anderson. I want to see Wilder fight him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Zhang to go out there and get that knockout. I want Wilder to get that knockout. So the way it looks right now, and remember, this isn't my opinion. Let's just read along, class. It looks right here that Jared Anderson could be taking on Wilder. 43 wins, 3 losses, a draw, and 42 knockouts at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. My understanding is that stadium seats about 25,000. Now, Wilder's 38. We already know what time it is with him and Zhang, 26-2-1, 21 KOs. Guys are going to be getting busy June 1st in Saudi. But for Wilder to fight Zhang and to get back in the ring 2 months later against Anderson, let me tell you something. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. You see Deontay Wilder get into a fight with Zhang. Even if he gets through unscathed, to go 2 months later in a fight with Jared Anderson. I mean, that's a lot on that old body. Remember Deontay Wilder before boxing, the man was playing a lot of sports as a young kid, as a teenager, basketball. Basketball takes a toll on you. I can tell you, I played only sport I didn't really play was tackle football. My dad was from the Caribbean, so he wasn't too big on me playing no goddamn tackle football. You know what I'm saying? Soccer, baseball, basketball, the other thing my pops had no problem with, but he wasn't cool on that American football shit. He like, He saw one of my friends when we were like 9 years old get tackled and his leg broke and the boy limped the rest of his life. So my pops were like, nah, y'all ain't tinging with that shit. But when you look at Wilder, to think he goes to a big training camp for Zhang, that training camp is going to be robust. And to continue on, basically nonstop training and going there with Jared Anderson. I mean, it could work out for him. It could backfire. You look at what Andy Ruiz, he fought. Let me pull it up, right? Because I hate saying things and then not. I'm just going to tell you right now who Andy Ruiz fought. Andy Ruiz. Okay, let me pull this up. You look at what, okay, here we go. Look at what Andy Ruiz fought, that European fighter. It's pulling up right now. I'm going to tell you exactly who it is. Okay, here we go. When he fought Alexander Dimitrenko, see, that's when, go back here. That training camp that he fought Dimitrenko. Then he went to Eddie Hearn, DM'd him, and Eddie Hearn said, okay, you got the AJ fight when Big Baby Miller fell out. It worked for Ruiz because he never stopped training. I think he took like a 1 week break and went right back into training camp. So when he went in to face AJ, I picked Ruiz to win that fight. But a lot of people didn't know who he was. I knew who he was. I knew he could fight. I'm like, yo, this dude's going to knock Joshua out. And that's exactly what happened. But for Deontay Wilder, I'm just not so sure he's going to have his Andy Ruiz moment if he gets past Zhang and goes into a fight with Jared Anderson. I just think there's more wear and tear on his body. And that may not be the smartest move. But anyway, Waters looks like he's going to be getting his money. If he can get past Zhang, he's going to probably get paid huge money for Jared Anderson. And that's good for Jared Anderson because he's going to get paid some big money too. But the bottom line is this right here, man. He says, I always believe that in boxing will be as its peak when you have the young heavyweights like Jared Anderson, which I also believe in his talent and his promising future. My advice to him, focus on your future training and commitment and you'll reach your goals. I don't really know about that. But it makes me wonder, what is Top Rank really looking to do here by throwing Jared Anderson in with Wilder? This could be a thing of, hey, we're tired of him. Wilder, tranquilize him, please. Get him out of our hair. Or it could be a thing where it's like, all right, we're really ready for Jared Anderson to be catapulted to the top of the heavyweight division because a win over Wilder is going to be huge. But what I'll say to everybody out here, we're talking about, like they say here, the star-studded card that's going on out there in August, right? What I'll say is this. If Charles Martin, who was inactive, came in last minute, got a decent payday against Jared Anderson. If he had Jared Anderson in the ring dancing salsa every time he touched him, if he had him dancing salsa in the ring, you had to think Wilder, with those long arms, is going to touch Anderson and put him out cold. I just think Anderson loses. But if Anderson can explode on Wilder, catch Wilder going straight back, if Wilder hasn't corrected some of those bad habits, remember, this is all contingent on Wilder getting past Zhang. Because, Zhang is not an easy fight, man. But if Wilder gets past him, I mean, you just don't know what can happen in boxing. These guys hit hard, and Jared Anderson been boxing since a little kid. He's got IQ. He can fight. But Lord have mercy. I think if Wilder gets him, it'll be in that first round, and it'll be by KO. Wilder just has to come out and step to him. Step to him. Just like he did Dominic Brazil in that first round. After, I think it was like the second break, and Dominic Brazil was coming back to him. I don't know, Dominic Brazil's head was in the clouds, wasn't he? And Wilder stepped, that long jab, one, then boom, with the two, and just tranquilize him. Wilder out here putting guys down like that, consistently. What's he going to do to Jared Anderson? Man, so I think he's going to be brutal. But that being said, man, that's what the word is, man. We know Anderson, he just went out there and put some work in against some guy named Riyad Mary, man. The fight before that was a nobody, and then before that, I think it was Charles Martin. But the bottom line is, I just think when it comes to Jared Anderson, I think he's a talented guy, but I think there's a big question mark over him, where he's at mentally. Just how far he can go in the future when he obviously doesn't seem to be 100% committed to the sport. He's just all about his money, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm be honest with you, I'm just not so sure Jared Anderson is mentally ready for a guy like Wilder. But I'll tell you what, if he ends up fighting Wilder, I think he has a better chance against Wilder than Zhang. I put it to you like that. But if he ends up fighting Wilder and he beats Wilder, I think that's going to do a lot for Jared Anderson's. I think his attitude, I think his outlook on boxing, I think his commitment level to the sport. and I think it's going to help him kind of grow a bit and mature. And this shit about being associated with a gang and, you know, breaking the law and ending up in trouble, I think that'll help to kind of streamline some of his bad habits and bad choices and get him to be in what Top Rank needs him to be, since he represents their brand as a top-notch, consummate professional. That being said, let's see what's up. He says, I respect Deontay. I think he has one hell of a punch, but he can't beat me, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm too much of a well-rounded boxer, and I'm going to beat him in great fashion. The biggest thing they've been telling me is to stay the course and continue to try to get better every day. So you know what? It makes me wonder. When he said this at the end of his last fight, he probably already got the word that if you get through this guy, you're gonna get Wilder if Wilder gets past Zhang. He probably already got that word. So that makes sense now why he even mentioned Deontay Wilder's name at the end of his last fight. But anyway, like I say, goddamn, Jared Anderson on 3 August fight card, and supposed to be fighting Wilder if Wilder gets past Zhang. Talk about taking it to the stupid. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents, in the breeze. Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So just to let you know a few things about me. I'm retired from the United States Air Force, and I just happen to love boxing. As a young guy, I did box in a few amateur bouts, fought in a lot of smokers, traveled all around the world, doing a lot of sparring and a lot of gyms. At one point in time, I was invited to come try out for the Air Force boxing team, but I chose not to do it because I was looking to finish my degree and get out the military after 6 years. But when I look back at it, I ended up doing 25 years and passed up on an opportunity that I probably should have seized. But nonetheless, things still worked out. I continued just boxing and spending a lot of time in gyms and just working with a lot of different people from all around the world. Now, I created this channel to provide a non-biased perspective of what's going on in boxing, and on occasion, I'll talk about other sports. But like I've always heard in boxing gyms, you either find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Now, when it comes to the name Hood Champion Boxing, some people are making an assumption that I'm talking about more of an urban kind of thing because they just hear hood. But let me explain to you how I came up with the name Hood Champion Boxing. Because I've traveled all around the world, I spent time in a lot of different countries. I touched I've touched land on, I think, all 7 continents. But in every area, every neighborhood, I would end up around young kids and athletes where I recognized that there was a potential in all of them to do great things, but some just didn't have the opportunity. So I used to always refer to them as, little champions or the champions in all these different neighborhoods. So when I came up with the name for my boxing channel, Hood Champion Boxing and Sports, it's just to kind of bring some recognition to all those different individuals that I met from the different communities from across the world. And for me, it's to really show respect to those guys and how they help to kind of shape and form me and my perspective on people from all around the world. Because I think all of us, no matter our circumstances, we may have a different status in life, but we share the same dignity. And I think we all have a little champion in us. So please subscribe. And like I say, either find a way to win or you find a way to lose. And let's find a way to win together. Thank you so much for considering subscribing to my channel.